The mortal engines. Is that meant to be like another word for the heart? I never read the books, and they never really touch on it in the film. This film actually started off fairly strong with the city chase scene that you guys have seen in all the trailers. The cast does a decent job. Hugo Weaving as the bad guy. He plays it well every time. The rest of the cast, they do their part, but you don't really care about them. At least I didn't. The big problem with this film is, like many book adaptations, is they leave a lot out, despite the films being extremely long. I think this movie is over 2 hours. I don't know, I went into showing at 8:20 and came out around 10:30. But because of that condensing, it's kind of reduced to bullet points. Like every scene was either action or exposition. And you never really had any moments where you felt engaged with the characters, like you became invested in what happens to them. All except for one. There was one character they kind of went into a little bit of backstory with, aside from the main, of course, that I genuinely started to care about before they took him out in such a bitch way. And that was the Cyborg. I don't know if that's what they call him in the film, but that's pretty much what he is. Think Terminator, Jason Voorhees. This dude was freaking awesome, which makes it all the more depressing how he went out. Another thing that kind of threw me off this film, and they've done this before, like on the advertising for this, they sold it as a Peter Jackson film. But Peter Jackson had no hand in its directing. He just wrote the screenplay. And they make sure to tell you that at the end of the movie, the very first credit is who directed it. So basically, the entire time when you're going in to see the movie, Peter Jackson, Peter Jackson, Peter Jackson. And then at the end of the movie, somebody else. It's the bait and switch. Like they did with, what was that movie called? The Belmont Experiment, or something like the Belmont Experiment. With James Gunn, they said that he had a hand in making this film, but all he did was write the first draft of the screenplay. Anyway, moving back onto the film. Because of the bullet pointing on the story, it kind of felt like I was watching Transformers films. The Michael Bay. I don't know if Bumblebee will be any good. Let me know down in the comments below if it is. I'll go check it out if you say it's okay. But there's so many subplots going on, and the main plot is so disinteresting to me that I kind of wish they had stuck with the Cyborg subplot, because that at least got my attention. Everything else was just by the numbers. The CGI is okay. I mean, it's not groundbreaking. It's on par with what you saw in, like, say, the Hobbit trilogy. It's not bad, but it's not what I would call groundbreaking. Well, I think overall I'd give this film a 7 out of 10. The CGI is good. Despite the bullet point storytelling, it's fairly okay to understand. And there was 1 or 2 instances where I cared what was going on. Well, that's all. If you liked, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down if you didn't like it. Let me know in the comments what you liked or hated about the film. Thanks for listening.